Around your knees, bringing blood flow to that area. Just get it to relax. And then we're just going to push right up to the inner thigh, bringing stimulation into that inner thigh. And then come right out towards the calves, all the way out. And then towards your toes, kind of connect into those toes. Push every toe down to the floor. And then with your thumbs, come right up the inner part of that foot to your heels and rub around those heels. Just bringing a flow of energy into that area. And then just come right back out with the heel of your hand all the way through the thigh. And then just relax in a circular motion. Notice where you're at in your body. Let yourself circle. And then reverse that circle, go the other way. Acknowledge your hips, your joints, your back. Let your breath flow with longer intent, long inhalations and long exhalations. And then move the rib cage left and right. Can you shrug those shoulders right up to your ears? As the shoulders start to move, the ribs follow. Bring an awareness to your back. Make sure those backs is comfortable and ready to move from side to side. Can you think of your movement today as water, fluid energy? Just let the energy of water pour through your joints and let those joints move with a fluid energy. And then just reach up with your hand. Again, the awareness is my spine. So if my spine doesn't like any other energy but this, stay here. If you feel like you can go over, go over. And let's go to the other side. Again, each side is different, so be aware. Do I feel comfortable here? And then can I go over? Let your breath flow. We're going to move side to side with that awareness of our spine. Being aware of the energy surrounding the shoulder, the spine. If I need to bend my elbow, I'll bend my elbow. If my legs are not comfortable, I'm going to make them more comfortable. I can put them out in front of me. I can have a straight leg. Whatever you choose in your body to be comfortable in your space. And then we're going to circle those arms. So again, the awareness is my shoulder and my back. If I need to bend those elbows, I will. Let yourself go all the way around, all the way around. And then reverse that circle. Let your breath flow again with energy of life. Let that life flow through that body. Prana, the breath of life. And then side to side again with energy. Let that energy flow. Now I'm going to unfold my legs, unfold that energy. I'm going to capture my shins, scoop the belly in and roll that spine. Completely let the shoulders wrap forward. Pull the belly deeper to your spine and drop that chin down to your chest. Try to feel the scapula wrapping forward. And then we're going to come all the way from our hip to our hip, side to side, rocking from right hip to left hip. Let that energy move through those hips. And then I'm going to take my hands on the earth and let my legs go a little bit deeper. Again, the awareness is my low back this time. Bring awareness and how far you should go, side to side, side to side. Let that breath flow. And then release and bring the soles of your feet together and come forward. Let those legs just plop back and forth. Let them move back and forth. And then I'm going to take my hands again and just interlock them. Press them to the floor and lift them all the way up. Can you pull those arms back with power, bringing those elbows to your ears, drawing the shoulders deeper down to the rib cage, letting the energy move deeper through those hands and those fingers. Try to sit taller through your sit bones, and then open up those hands as far back as you can go. Let them release. And then interlock those hands and draw the shoulders, scapula together. Pull those hands as far back as you can, all the way back. And then release forward, capture the shin, round your spine, let the shoulders wrap forward, and rock from the right cheek of your buttocks to the left. We're in the soft skin of that buttocks. The sit bone is forward and the sacrum is back. And then take your right leg and just lift it up and release it. We're just going to warm up the quad, the thigh, the hamstring. So if you're not ready to stretch that leg all the way out, then don't. Just keep it slightly bent. You know in your body what you're feeling. Acknowledge that energy. Let it move with awareness and clarity. Now I'm going to hold that leg up just for a moment and try to just pulse it. And if I don't need my hands, I'm just going to let go of my hands and continue pulsing that leg up and up. Keep squeezing the energy of your thigh. Bring that breath longer and deeper to your body. And then slowly flex the foot, bring the soles of your feet together, and let those legs just plop, plop, plop back and forth. Let that breath move longer and deeper through the body. And then I'm going to take the left leg and lift it up. I'm going to pull it up and down. I can hold on to it wherever I choose. I can give myself support. If I want, I can hold on to the shin. Or again, one hand under, one hand on top, or both hands down below. You choose. Bring awareness to the knee, the thigh, and that hamstring. Let yourself just rock back and forth as you lift that leg up and back. Let that energy move with that awareness of every joint that you are moving. And then hold that leg up, walk up, just capture the leg. Can you rock that energy back and forth? And again, capture it wherever you want. Could be lower, could be higher. Now I'm going to let go of the hands if I choose to, or keep holding on to that foot and bring power to the belly of that thigh. Pull the dantian deeper to the spine. Bring an awareness of power in your body. At the same time, can you breathe longer and deeper? And then slowly release. Bring the soles of your feet together and just plop those legs back and forth. Just let that energy move back and forth. Now I'm going to start to rock my whole body back and forth, back and forth. And then I'm going to take my hands and bring them clear over to the left side. I'm going to take this leg up here. And I just want to walk the right hand in front, and the left hand acts as my lever. So it's like crawling forward. but I'm not going to really crawl forward, but I definitely want to try to send my right hip as far to the earth as I can. And if I feel really comfortable, I do crawl right forward over my heel, letting my legs just open up, and then I can just bring my elbows forward. So find what feels good for you. You could be sitting back here, hand for support, and opening up. Relax your neck. Let it go. Let it go. And then roll that spine up. Let's go to the other side. So I just shift my energy. Now I'm using my right hand as a lever, and my left hand comes in front of me. My feet are together. My left knee is up in the air. And I'm going to use my right hand to try to sink my left hip deeper into the earth. It will be coming up, but just try to get it down. And if I feel comfortable, I lift my whole body over my heel like I'm crawling forward. And then I drop down into my elbows, letting my body sink deep into the heel of my left foot, the hips sinking down as much as I feel I can keep them down. And then I'm going to walk back all the way, bringing the soles of my feet together. I'm going to rock again from hip to hip, side to side. And then slowly, slowly, I'm just going to capture my toes, lift up taller, kind of walk back to your sit bones and behind your sit bones into the soft skin of your buttocks. Take the right leg and lift it up and down. Now, any amount to the side, any amount. Make sure that you're feeling comfortable in your back. And if you don't want to completely extend the leg out, that's fine. You can do these happy lifts. Happy lifts. And let's go to the other side. Let's just lift up and down. Expansion. Be aware of your joints, your knee. If your knee hurts, just do a half a lift again. Half a lift. Choose what you want for your body. Now you can alternate the legs, just like this. Alternate. Or both legs. Reach up and back. You have a choice to keep your legs slightly bent, to alternate your legs, or to lift both legs up and out. Please be respectful of your energy. Listen to your body with respect, with acknowledgement, and let that breath flow with this energy. Now we're going to hold it up, and your legs can be bent, and you're going to pull those legs together all the way. Let your breath flow. Now if you can, we're going to release the hands and hold that energy. If not, I want you to hold those legs. Release and breathe. Exhale, rock forward, bring those legs together, and plop those legs out. Just plop, 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 plop. And rock your shoulders forward and back, forward and back. And then I'm going to bring both hands to my left again. I'm going to slide my right leg back. And I'm going to push into that hip all the way back. Try to sit tall in your sit bones. Lift that right hip up. But again, the awareness is my knee and my hip. So if I don't like that leg bent, I keep this leg straight out to the side. Lifting up and back. Up and back. Let that breath flow. Now I want to swing this energy all the way to the floor, and then all the way up to the sky, all the way to the floor. and push off those hands. It's like a cartwheel down. Pull down to the earth. Lift all the way up and over. Pull down to the earth. Up and over. One more time, pull down. And then this time, as you roll up, pull your right hand all the way over and your left hand follows that right hip. Try to sit tall. Look over that right shoulder as far back as you can. Let that breath flow. And release that energy. I'm going to plop this leg straight out. All the way, flexing my foot. I'm going to pull my toes back to the wall behind me. As my left hand acts as a lever, I'm going to come forward right over my shin. And this hand helps to keep my right hip down. And if I don't use that hand, if I don't need it, I just bring it in front of me. But make sure you're using your tools, and this is a tool to help pull that left hip and right hip deeper into the earth. Now relax your head. Let your shoulders go. Try to keep pushing that right foot back. You're feeling the energy in the inner thigh, all the way up that inner thigh. Try to relax in the breath. Take that longer, deeper inhalation and exhalation. And when you're ready, slowly come up, rounding your spine. Lift that left hand up, slide out any amount. So you could use your belt on the foot, or I could put my hand on my inner thigh or my upper inner thigh. So choose where you want your hand. Try to bring the left hand behind the ear and lift every rib to the sky. Hold that energy up. Pull those ribs as though they're individual energies lifting to the sky. Now as I come out, I'm going to either come to my elbow or to my hand. And I'm going to lift all the way over and reverse that energy. Let the ribs lift to the sky. Open up those ribs. And then lift that hand up all the way. Pull it back as far as you can go, all the way back. Now we're going to wrap it all the way down to our knees. Just rotate it over. Curl your toes under. Come all the way up and let your body rest into downward dog. Or you can bring your elbows on the earth and come up into downward dog. Or you can keep your knees on the earth and let your spine elongate as your elbows stay on the earth. Let the chin draw to your chest wherever you're at, whatever level you're at. Now walk your heel one at a time to the earth, bringing awareness to the Achilles tendon and that calf. One heel at a time walks into the earth. Can you lift your sacrum higher to the sky? Can you bring that breath and the awareness of what you're doing? And there's no expectation. Don't feel you have to draw that heel to the earth. It's wherever you feel comfortable in your body. And then release both heels down any amount. Push your body deeper through your arms and lift your sacrum just a little higher. Let that breath flow. And then bend those knees. Come out to your hands. Drop down into chaturanga slowly. Put your elbows in front of you and lift up. looking straight ahead with your eyes straight ahead. Take a nice inhalation. Soften your low back. Soften your hips, your thighs, your ankles. Point your toes. And let your body completely rest into that low back. Let the breath flow longer and deeper. Soften with the exhalation. Now just look over your right shoulder as far over as you can. Let your whole body twist. Try to look past your right hip, past your toes. Now look up on the breath. And look over the left shoulder all the way over. And on the next breath, look up. Plant your hands on each side of your rib cage. Roll all the way up into cobra. Pull the belly in. Exhale, child's pose. Let yourself completely rest into child's pose. Shifting your hips back and forth. Let your head rest down. If you feel this in your knees, keep your hips up in the air. So make sure you're always aware of your joints. Never push it past where you feel comfortable. And it goes, if your knees feel this, you can always put a blanket under the knees, giving your knees a little bit more cushion and support. And then slowly walk yourself up. Take your right hand, pull it all the way to the corner of your mat. Lift your hips up just a little bit. Draw down into your right shoulder. Try to let your head rest in the crook of your right shoulder. Open up your ribs. Pull those ribs back. Draw the armpit deeper into the earth. And feel the energy of your elbow lifting up. And I'm just going to show you a front view of this. So I lift my elbow up. I drop down into my right shoulder. I expand my rib cage. And then slowly roll the spine up. Let your ribs move back and forth, shoulder to shoulder. Shoulders reach to the ears as the ribs expand. Let it go. Remember water. Let your body feel fluid energy. Let it flow with energy. Let your head hang. Let it go. Now I'm going to take my left hand, clear over to the right side of my mat. I'm going to drop down, letting my head rest in the crook of my left shoulder. Now my elbow lifts to the sky. The armpit sinks to the earth, and I expand my rib cage. Let it expand. Try to feel every rib opening up. Bring that awareness to the breath and release. Let your body relax. And then slowly roll the spine up. Let your body roll back and forth, side to side. Let your head hang. And then curl your toes again under. Let yourself come right back up into downward dog. Or bend those knees like this. And stay in downward dog. Or bend your elbows. Take your right leg, lift it up to the sky, and gently pulse it up. This is a wonderful release in your hips. And notice I'm on my elbow and my knee. You could come all the way up into downward dog. So it's just your choice where you choose to be in your body. Can you bend at that knee, pressing the right foot to the left side of your body, opening up the eye of the knee and breathing deep and long. Now I'm going to take that leg and swing it through to a pigeon pose. So I'm going to come all the way down. And again, I'm going to show you from the front view. I'm going to sit down into my right hip. I'm going to bring the foot level with the right heel. So instead of being way back here, I'm coming out level. And I want to actually move my body left to right. Just any amount. You might be stiff in this area, but the caution is the knee. I want that knee level with the foot. Try to bring it level. This takes less stress off the knee. It takes pressure off that knee. And your joints feel it more, your hips. And that's what we're feeling is that hip joint. So let yourself just rock side to side. Feel the release of that energy all the way. Now in your body, you will feel where you need to be. Respect that energy, listen to that energy. And when you're ready, if you feel comfortable and you can, put your body up on a block or a blanket. So let's say I had a blanket or a pillow in front of me. I can bring the elbows higher up on a pillow so that it elevates me, or a blanket. And I want to let my body completely surrender into pigeon pose. So go ahead and let your body completely rest. Let your head rest. You can have it on your elbows and your fist. You can come down to your forearms. Wherever you're at, surrender the neck. Let it go. And then slowly come up. Now stay where you're at. I'm going to take my back foot. I'm going to curl it under. And I'm going to show you on the side. So I just take that back foot and I curl it under. And I walk myself right back towards that back foot as I lift the whole thigh off the earth. I keep walking my body back, trying to bring that whole left thigh off the earth. Keep curling those toes under, walking back as far as you can, breathing long and deep, and then sit down. I'm going to put all my weight back into that right hip, free up the left hand, come back, capture the foot, pulling that heel deep to the buttocks, sitting tall, and letting yourself rock forward and back. Now, if you had a strap, you could put the strap right on your ankle. Hold that strap so that you can really pull that heel to your buttocks. And then we're going to come down over that right hip, pulling that heel in deeper to your buttocks. So you have the choice to hold the strap or to hold the foot as you come forward any amount. Then I'm going to spring that foot back. Plant the toes under. Put all your weight on your hands and your foot. Rock your energy. We're going to lift up and just slide the right foot back into a kneeling position, rocking your energy back and forth or keeping your hips up, back and forth. Let it go. Relax your neck and your shoulders. And then roll your spine all the way up into cat. Let the belly drop. Roll your hips down to the heels. Scoop the belly. Roll the spine up. Look up on the breath. Exhale. And bring your hips down to your heels. Again, roll up. Exhale down. Try to articulate every part of your spine. Roll up. Look up, exhale your air. Roll up. We're going to plant our left leg forward, right leg comes in, soles of your feet together, and let yourself come down into Baddha Konasana. Let the elbows come past the shins and feel that lumbar spine opening up and the sacrum. Let your shoulders relax. Let your body feel a release. And then on the next breath, I'm going to extend my left leg all the way off to the side. I'm going to curl the toes way back to the wall behind me. I'm going to use my right hand as a lever to come right over my shin, any amount. The energy you should be feeling is in your inner thigh. Feel that energy. Keep pulling that foot back. Try to use the right hand to keep sinking that left hip deeper into the earth, but there's no expectation that it has to drop into the earth. You're just trying. And then bring your hand in front if you choose, you can. And then let yourself relax forward. Keep bringing awareness to that foot pulling back. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. And then slowly walk yourself up. Take your left hand all the way out to either the foot, shin, or thigh as the right hand comes up overhead. Try to bring that arm all the way back behind your ear. Just open up those ribs. Expand that energy. And then we're going to come down either to the elbow or to the hand, and we're going to come all the way up, pulling those ribs higher to the sky. Let them lift. All the way up, and open that hand and pull back all the way. And then come all the way down to your knees, all the way down. And then shift those ribs back and forth. Let them go. Curl those toes under. Curl those toes under and come right up into downward dog. Or bend those elbows to the earth and bend those knees to the earth and rest into a child's pose, but the hips are high and the thighs are strong and the spine elongates. This is how you modify downward dog. Shift your ribs back and forth. Can you shift those ribs back and forth? And let that breath flow. And then come out into plank. Bend your knees if you have to. Bend your knees if you have to. Draw those shoulders deeper down to the rib cage. Squeeze the perineum. Hold this energy. Keep squeezing the dantian, the belly. Then draw both knees down. Rest your body into child's pose. Let it go. And then roll the spine all the way back up. Look up, exhale, let the belly drop. Sink the hips down to your heels. Curl your toes under. Roll up on the breath. Try to articulate every single one of your discs of your spine. Look up. Roll down on the exhalation. Breathe and come up. Scoop that belly in. Exhale, release, come down. Now I want you to come all the way back up and come to your elbows this time. And instead of incorporating the whole spine, I want you to imagine just your sacrum, just your lumbar spine moving. We're going to still use our tummy muscles. We're going to pull the belly in and tuck the tailbone under, but exaggerating the low back stretch, and then lift the tailbone up to the sky. Breathe in, exhale as you come under. As you breathe, let the hips lift up. Exhale, tuck under. Lift up. And release. Take and roll that spine all the way up. Curl those toes under. Come all the way up into downward dog. Take your left leg, lift it up. And again, if you don't like this position, it's okay. Come down to your elbows, come down to your knee, and lift that leg up. Gently pulse that energy. So you have two positions. You could stay here or you could be up here. Choose the one that you like the best for you. Pulse that leg. Open up those hips. It's a great way to really open up the hips. Push the body a little deeper through your arms. Take those elbows, rotate them in just a little bit more. Bend at the knee. Let that whole knee lift to the sky. Drop that left heel over to the right side of your body. Lift up taller. Take a deep inhalation. Swing that leg all the way through to a pigeon pose. Now I'm going to face you because I want you to see what I am doing. This foot, I'm going to sit right down into my hip, left hip. I'm going to try to bring this foot level with the knee. So pigeon pose is a great hip opener, but also can put a lot of pressure on the knee if you're not in a correct alignment. So let's make sure we're correct and that we're safe in our joints, especially our knee. And then I'm just going to rock side to side, letting my body completely release side to side. Back and forth. Any amount, even if your motion is tiny, it's okay. Let it be tiny. Let it be wherever you need it to be. Keep thinking about the right hip sinking deeper into the earth. You don't have to actually do it, but think it. The right hip moves forward and down towards the earth, the right hip. Let that breath flow. Now you know that when we go forward, you can grab your towel, your blanket, a pillow. You can bring that left hand on it and then the right hand on it so that the body is elevated higher, which gives you a little bit more support. Once you're here, I want you to let your head go. So can you let the chin just drop to the chest? Let your head go. Let your head rest either on your fists, your forearm, or just down to the earth. Let yourself go. Bring your awareness to your breath. Long inhalations and long exhalations. And then slowly just shift your energy, come up. Let the shoulders roll back. And then I'm just going to go right back. I'm going to sit deeper into my hip, left hip. I'm going to swing that right foot back and capture it. Now I'm going to go to the side so that you guys can see what I'm doing. All the way to the side. Now once I get it all the way in, I'm going to curl and drop my body down to the earth. Now I can capture that foot with my strap. It's whatever you would like to do for your body. Keep moving that heel deeper to your buttocks. Draw your body down deeper to the earth. And then point the foot. Come all the way up into your hands. Square off your hips. Lift that whole right thigh off the earth. And walk your hands as far back to your hips as you can. Just keep walking back. But bring power to that belly of that right thigh. Lifting it up higher to the sky as the body rocks back. And then release and soften that energy. Put all your weight into the left hip. Swing your leg in front. And go ahead and stretch out those legs in front of you. All the way in front. Bring your hands out over your toes or grab your strap and hold on to it. So it's your choice, strap or hands. Let your body drop down any amount. Draw the chin to your chest and breathe. On the next breath, roll the spine up, interlock your hands, pull them all the way up to the sky, and gently pulse those arms. Pulse, pulse. Open up the arms, press back, all the way back. Interlock those hands, draw the shoulder blades together, and lift your heart up higher. Pull those arms away from the body as far as you choose. Just let that body go. And then release forward. Just let it go. Any amount. Try to pull the belly right up to the spine. And imagine the ribs lifting up and over the kneecaps so that there's an elongation in your spine. And then relax, relax. Roll that spine up. Bring your hands behind you. Draw the knees right out in front of you. Hold on. Roll your spine down to the earth. And if you need your pillow or your blanket, you just stick it under your head for that support. We're going to circle the legs around through the low back into the sacrum. And reverse that energy, go the other way. Now I want you to plop your left leg down, plop your right leg down, readjust your energy, plant your hands on the earth, palms down. Tilt the pelvic bone up to the sky as you squeeze deep down through your thighs, push the belly deeper to the earth. And keep that low back on the earth. The pelvic bone tilts up. There's a power coming through the thighs. Now I'm going to tilt the pelvic bone down and feel the arch of my back, arching it off, but I feel more deeper energy in my shoulders and in my elbows. Continue to lift every rib to the sky and breathe. Exhale, tuck the tailbone up to the sky. Pull the belly deeper to the spine. Feel the spine, the low back, pushing deeper into the earth. Now we're going to fluidly go through this energy with like water flowing through the body. I want you to flow the hips down and lift the hips up with your breath. Breathe. Exhale. Let your breath flow. It's a wonderful release of the psoas, the sacrum, and the low back. Then I'm going to capture my right leg or left leg, and I'm going to circle it around, just around, all the way around. You can stretch out your bottom leg if you choose to, or keep it bent for support. If that leg is straight, let's bring awareness in keeping that leg rooted deep into the earth. Reverse that energy, go the other way. Now I'm going to slowly rock this leg side to side. Bringing my hand on the outside of the thigh, I'm going to rock it all the way over to the side. All the way. Can you open up your left arm level with your left shoulder and stretch? Let your body go wherever it wants to go. Try to just soften and melt into the shoulder, the arm. Feel the release in your hip, your back, your sacrum. Bring awareness to that breath. And then come back to the center. Let yourself pull in as deep as you can. Bring your leg off to the side. And let's slide the other leg up. Pull it all the way up to your chest. And circle it around. Again, if your other leg is straight, it's rooted deep into the earth. You're going to feel the presence of your calf, your thigh, your hip. Keep it strong and powerful, or just bend it and support. Reverse that energy. If you don't like holding the shin, make sure you're holding under the hamstring so that it releases the joint. So if you feel like there's too much pressure in that knee, hold under the thigh. Now we're going to rock this leg side to side with just your left hand. Just let it rock. You can let your hips move back and forth. And we're going to bring it all the way to the left side. Any amount. It does not have to touch the earth. Find your balance in this pose. And then I'm going to open up my right arm and look to the right. And I'm just letting my body go where it wants to go. I'm not pushing or pulling. I'm just letting it rest. Completely surrendering my shoulder, my chest, my leg, my hip. Feel that hip melting down deeper to the earth. Try to find a complete balance in your body. Extending the arm and extending the thigh. Let your breath flow long and deep. then release. Draw that knee back to your chest. Capture the other leg. Slide it up. Circle both legs around. Just let them go. Let them go. And reverse that energy. Now, if you want, you can hold on to a strap as we bring our legs up and open them as wide as you can. Plant your hands on your inner thigh and hold that energy. Hold it. The legs are powerful and strong, and I'm reaching out through the heel of my foot. And I'm just going to rock into my sacrum back and forth, into my lumbar spine and my sacrum. My legs are like two planks. They're strong and they're powerful. The toes are curled down and the heel is reaching out. Let your breath flow long and deep. Now I'm going to start to figure eight these legs like a figure eight. And reverse that energy. And then can you roll your upper back and reach under your thighs and pull them, or reach out to your calves and pull those legs deeper towards your shoulder as my whole body rolls up. Let your breath flow. Then I'm going to bring those legs together and continue rocking those legs towards my chest, getting right into that low back. Just let it rock. And then bend the knees, drop them down, circle them around. Just let energy move into that back, that lumbar spine. And reverse that circle. And then just take and bring those legs up and just plop them, plop them, plop them. Let them move back and forth. Just let it go. Now I'm going to plant my hand on top of my foot, each foot, and I'm going to let my shoulders go. It's a happy baby pose. Your legs are bent, your shoulders are shaking, your legs are shaking. I shake to the left and I shake to the right, to the left and to the right, right through that low back, right into that lumbar spine. I shake. I shake, I shake, I shake, I shake, I shake. And then relax those legs one at a time to the earth. Separate your legs, let them move left to right, lifting your toes right off the earth and pivoting on the heel of your foot. Try to keep your legs wide. The wider they are, the more you're going to feel the stretch through the psoas, right down the quad. Feel that nice opening as I rock side to side. Now can you take your hands and move them opposite the legs? So if my legs go left, my hands go right, and vice versa. Let the arms reach as far back as you can. And then relax those hands down. Just shift into your hips. Back and forth. Just let them shift, shift, shift. And then just take a moment to slide your right leg out. Slide your left leg out. Open your hands, palms facing the sky. Letting yourself rest into Savasana. And if you don't need your pillow, don't use it, just push it away. Drop that chin down to the chest. If you need the pillow, because you need that neck support, put it back underneath your head. Let go of your body. Surrender your arms, your shoulders. Let your chest drop down into the earth. Let the Dantian relax and soften. Let the breath move longer and deeper. Bring the awareness to the rise and fall of the chest. Soften the eyes and the eyebrows. Open the mouth slightly and relax the jaw. Feel the thighs melting deeper into the earth, the calves. Let the toes just fall to wherever they like, to the sides naturally. Bringing the awareness back to the rise and fall of the chest. And then when you're ready, slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you feel like staying in Savasana longer, go ahead. Your choice. We're going to slide the right leg up, slide the left leg up, roll to whatever side feels comfortable for you, and then walk yourself up to any sitting position. So I could cross my legs, or I could keep my legs out in front. I could bring them anywhere that feels good for my body. I'm going to plant my palms on top of each other and just shift my energy back and forth. Just let it go. Can you shrug your shoulders up and back? Can you roll them back? Just roll them back. Now I'm going to just take my right hand and bring it under my left thigh. And I'm going to pull myself down to my thigh. Now can you almost lock your forearm down into the earth by pushing your knee down? I drop my forearm into the earth. Now I'm going to use my left hand as a lever. I'm going to pull my belly up to my spine. Drop the chin to the chest and feel the shoulder scapula separating. Trying to keep pressing my thigh down into my forearm. And then roll that spine up. Let the shoulders roll back again. Take your left hand comes under your thigh, under it. I'm going to push my whole body weight and my knee down to the earth, cinching this forearm down. Then I use my right hand and I scoop the belly in and I push my ribs and my spine to the sky, separating that spine from those ribs, keeping the shoulder and the arm pushing down to the earth. Drop the chin to your chest. And then unfold that energy. Roll your shoulders back. Again, plant those hands and breathe long and deep. Let that breath flow with clarity and awareness. Try to push away any negativity, doubt, worry. Let it go. Let it go. It is the past. Let go. Embrace the here and now with each breath. Breathe in. Exhale. And have faith in what will be. Let the breath of life flow longer and deeper. Let yourself feel the here and now. Let hope, peace, love, gratitude move through your body like a swirl, like a whirlwind of energy. Breathe it in. And as you exhale, push away any doubt, worry, anger, strife. Let it go. Let it go. guys for joining